Last year we showed you Rui Costa, ex-world champions, Merida Reacto aero bike. This year, at the Dubai Tour at least, he has chosen this one, which is the Scultura team bike, much more of a climbing model than last year's one. Now this one weighs in at 1,000 grams for the frame and the forks. Now Merida makes some of the lightest frame sets, at least production ones, in the entire world, and they do make one that's even lighter than this. But pro cyclists, of course, still have to adhere to that minimum 6.8 kilogram rule. There's not really any point in Rui using anything lighter than this one. They managed to get it down to that weight by really thinning the carbon tubes down. So this is 0.7 of a millimetre thick on quite a few points of the frame. And in fact, on their lighter model, that goes down to an incredible 0.4 millimetres. Now, in terms of the rest of the components, Lamprey are sponsored by Shimano. So they use the full Dura-Ace Di2 group set, right up here from the STIs down to the front and the rear mech, and also the cassette as well, which is 11 up through to 28. And of course here, the brake calipers as well. The deviations from Shimano include the chain set and the wheels. So the chain set is provided by ROTOR, that's their 3D Plus one. They've also got the ROTOR power meter on there as well, which I understand is going to be upgraded to a prototype model in around about a month's time. Pedals are also from Shimano, the Dura-Ace carbon model here. And if we look a bit further up to the top, he's running a Prologo saddle, an FSA K-Force carbon seat post, and up the front here, I understand that he's one of the only riders from Team Lamprey who is using the Vision Metron Aero bars. Now FSA also provide the stem, that is a 110mm negative 6 degrees. And as you can see, he is running probably about 7.5 millimetres of spaces on top of it at the moment. I'm not sure if he's changed his position. That of course not up to Matt Stevens' height, but still quite big for a pro bike. Now the wheels are fairly new as well. They come from Fulcrum and in the form of their 40T Speed. Now they're fairly new on the market. They come in at around about 1,200 grams. 23.5 millimetres wide are the rims themselves, 40 millimetres in depth. Quite an all-round wheel really, which will suit him here in Dubai. Lastly, it's the tyres. Tubular, of course, provided by Continental in the form of their Competition Pro Light. We have been measuring them with our very own calipers, and they are 25 millimetres exactly. So just what they say on the sidewall. Now, a couple more things of note. As I mentioned earlier, it is a Dura-Ace caliper both front and rear. However, despite the fact that this isn't an aero bike, the rear caliper is mounted there underneath the chainstay as opposed to the traditional position there up on the seat stay. Elite provide both the cages and the bottles, and one other thing that I wanted to mention was the length of Rui Costa's cranks. Now he's not the tallest rider in the world by any means, but he's still using 175mm cranks. Now we will have seen that video recently with Cy and Matt discussing the effects of crank length on performance, and with Team Sky, British Cycling and other people experimenting with shorter cranks. I'll be interested to see will we see these reduced on various riders' bikes over the forthcoming months and maybe even years. Now, if you would like to see that video that Matt and Cy did on crank length, we've got it for you just up there in the top corner. On the other hand, if you'd like to see a complete list of pro bikes in one single playlist, you can find that just down there. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to the GCN as well. It's that little box in the middle which says subscribe in big letters. Don't know if you can get a little box in big letters, but I've said it anyway. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Thank you.